Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright. What is up, guys? It is the Scrub Squad. Bradley here. Bringing you another anime review, this time on the Saga of Tanya the Evil. Now, this was an anime I didn't know I would end up watching. I didn't really extremely plan to start watching it, just because, like, when I saw, I don't even remember seeing it on the list. I went on Live Chart and I was like, I never saw this. I don't know. Just never saw it. The only reason I ended up watching it was because it was on Crunchyroll and it was right there, and I was like, let me check it out. Like, it was just there. I didn't have any preconceived notion towards watching it. So going in, I had no expectations. I don't even think I know the studio that actually does the Saga of Tanya the Evil. But moving on, a brief synopsis of the anime. I am not a child. Tanya the Evil takes place in a different world. It is a different world from the world we live on. However, this world is going through a similar event at a similar time. That event being World War One. Tanya is actually a lieutenant or a second lieutenant. I don't know how army things go. Oh no. I'm losing my mind. Tanya is either a lieutenant or second lieutenant. I'm not quite sure how, army ranks are. I'm not sure on the hierarchical scale of which the army ranks are, so I don't know if there even is a second lieutenant. All I know is that Tanya is a lieutenant of some kind. But Tanya is a lieutenant in the Empire, which is basically surrounded by like 5 other countries that all want power and space for the more people and whatnot. So of course, war is started over something stupid, and then they're like, let's kill people in order to get more for our people, and then they end up killing their own people, and then no one's happy. In the main difference of this world as opposed to ours when it comes to World War One is that their army includes mages. So mages exist, magic is a thing, and everyone's just okay with it. Doesn't seem like there's any sort of power struggle over magic or anything. No, it's just like, mages exist. That is all. In this show, mages can fly with the boot. They use the boot, put the magic in the boot, and the magic in the emblem that they have on their chest, and bada bing, bada boom, they're flying. They are that way, and this way, and that way. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, the art. Okay? The art in Tanya the Evil is good. It is sometimes, of course, the first episode is always great. However, in the second episode, you can definitely see that this is the art that we're going to be dealing with mostly, and the art was still good, but of course, it just wasn't as consistent. So, things to note. I love the colors. The colors are very good, because of course, this is covering a war. War is typically, I don't know how to say it. It's not, I wouldn't say monochromatic, because that's not what I'm trying to describe. I'm more or less trying to describe that war typically looks foggy and all of the colors typically look faded. However, mages, they have large blue eyes, so that helps. That definitely helps in terms of bringing out a more vibrant sort of feel. Also, Tanya, the main character, has blonde hair and blue eyes, so that also helps. By the way, the eyes look amazing. I love the eyes in this show. Love them. They're different between characters, not like, insanely different. Well, Tanya and the corporal that we saw, their eyes are pretty different, but for the most part, the eyes are only more slightly different. The colors are less vibrant, however, they do a very good job of making it seem less dull. So I'd say for art, solid 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Might not be super consistent, but art's still good when it needs to be. So that's important. That's what's important. Moving on, let's talk about the animation. The animation is very good. I love when Tanya does things. When Tanya does things, it just looks so smooth and like crisp, and I love it. I love it. I love it. How's the one guy do it? He's like, the salt. I can't do that. Of course, the fight scenes look amazing. They look vibrant because of the magical bullets flying here and there and everywhere. And I like it. 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 Don't forget, I like it. I like it. I like it. Animation, consistent-ish. There were a few parts where I was like, oh, that's a little dodgy. But at that point, the art wasn't, what it usually is either. But of course, like I said, when the art is good, it's supposed to be good, and when the animation needs to be good to back up the art, it's there. So solid 4 out of 5. That is an 8 so far. 8 out of 10 possible points. Moving on. Next, let's talk about the music. Now the music, unlike with Aka, I don't really recognize the music in this show too often. It's there. I've heard it a few times. I think. No, I'm definitely thinking of Nier's music right now. I'm thinking of Nier Automata's music, not the anime's music. So because I can't remember the music, but because that means that the music also wasn't off-putting, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3 out of 5. That means it's nice and average, It's not like, it wasn't like blaring in my face like, oh my goodness, this is whew. No. This was very in the background, so I wasn't completely focused on it, meaning that, it was there and it was good, but it wasn't great. It wasn't anything notable, at least as far as I've heard. I might have to go back. I really might. So when I give it a 3, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't crucify me if it's actually he and I'm sleeping. I'm sorry. Last and not least, we're going to talk about the story. Now, in the first episode, had I reviewed this initially, I would have said, man, this was fun and interesting, but I have no idea where the story is going. Episode 2 brought that all the way back. Whew! Yes! Episode 2. So, episode 2 was heat, because you find out Tanya's origins. First of all, it kind of took me for a loop, because fantasy and otherworld anime are extremely popular right now. Like, whether it be like Sword Art Online, going into like a completely different universe that's inside of a computer basically, or whether it be ReZero, that guy was just in a convenience store. Konosuba, can't think of anything else off the top of my head right now, but otherworld anime are really popular. So of course, when presenting an otherworld plot, it gets a little harder now, because now you have to be a little bit more, how do you say it? You have to be a little bit more creative with how you do things. And I really, really like how Saga of Tanya the Evil went about doing it. Basically, Tanya was this salaryman. He was the salary guy. He was firing people, and he wanted financial security so that his future was insured. He's logical. He was a logical person. Extremely logical. Logical to a fault, in fact, because when somebody who did not like that he had been fired pushes him in front of a train, God or some other being, God, the devil, or as Tanya's past self refers to it as Being X, ends up threatening his reincarnation. Basically, the whole reason Tanya is here is because her reincarnation in the past world, the world that we live in, was threatened. Tanya then gets sent off to a new world that is set in 24, I think? And that's how you are aware that it is World War One, just in a different world. So, same events happening, different because magic exists. So I guess that kind of shapes the world a little bit different, as I would imagine. Being as logical as he is, the first thing he wants to do is he wants to secure a future for himself, especially because he has God threatening him, like his actual life, like his entire life. If you're looking at life past what you are in, like the present, and you're looking at life, you know, with all your reincarnations, he might end here. He might completely end here. Tanya has to hold out for 10 minutes completely solo against an entire platoon. And RIP. Them boys got put TF down. Like, not like impressively like in the first episode, but I do not want to be them. I don't. Also, they were on skis, which was like the weirdest thing to me, because I was just like, how is this better? So, yeah, I guess the plot is going to be more about Tanya, specifically, since it's her saga. It means it's her story of Tanya the Evil, you know, that just makes sense, you know, that would be the plot. But at the end of episode 2, we do see that there is a scientist who wants to delve into Tanya and her magical power, because her capacity and her output are both off the charts. So the scientist is the one who created the emblem you see on Tanya's present neck or chest. I don't know if it's a necklace or if it's just on the chest, but it's clearly visible in the art of the poster. It's down there. By the way, while you're down there, go ahead and click like and subscribe and comment you know, how you felt on the episode. I kind of stopped in the middle of a thought. Don't worry about it. That's just how I do. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share wherever you share things. And if you like it and it's on Twitter, I'll like it and retweet it. And I'll even give you a little PK face and a little bit. And yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. But yes, thank you. Thank you all for watching. The next one I plan on doing is Blue Exorcist. And that would be, this is the second of the 4 series that I am currently watching. I'm only planned to do these for like the first 2 episodes, just in case, you know. I especially in Tanya the Evil's case, I'm really glad actually that I ended up having to wait to watch the second episode, just because I would have ranked it so much lower. The story right now is at a 3.5. It's not anything like, it didn't wow me or anything, except the God thing was cool. That was a really cool scene to me. That was actually it was extremely different in the way I've seen these otherworld things handled, so I really liked it. So overall, for the first 2 episodes of Tanya the Evil, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. Nothing, you know, wild, but it's definitely something I would recommend if you're looking into something to, you know, at least just check out for this season. It's definitely on a recommended list. But that's going to be all. Thank you all for watching.